Well, g'day everybody and welcome back to NeoFly. We've got a short flight today. We are taking, sorry about that, a little bit of a glitch there. We're taking some 3 passengers over to, where are we taking them to? We're taking 3 passengers over to RK Sky Ranch today. I was just having a look at the weather, and I'm a little bit concerned about the weather and what's going on out there. But we'll head over there, and then we'll see how we go once we sort of get over there. Got Track IR set up now, so hopefully that'll go pretty well. All right, let's start this beast up. I guess is the. Oh, hang on a sec. Let's bring all of those down. Let's start this beast up. Get everything fired up. Battery on. We're going to have to see how we go once we sort of get up in the air. I'm not sure exactly what height we're going to need to fly at, what altitude and stuff like that. But we'll see what happens. All right, let's throw our beacon lights on. Lovely. Everything else is looks ready to go. Let's fire this beast up. There we go. That's looking good.
From where I'm sitting. Taxi to the runway.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, navigation lights on. Let's put our taxi lights on. Tune to traffic, and we'll get some clearance, and we'll announce our taxi anyway.
Kilo Hotel Quebec Mike Traffic Piper November 181 Whiskey Lima is taxiing to runway 24.
Looks like runway 24 is our takeoff runway. I am just going to change our course to 24, which is around this way, just so that we're aware of where we're going. We're probably going to also need to change our heading, I think, to 24, so that we can do our climb out, and possibly if we need to, we can actually put our autopilot on if we need to. So we may end up flying relatively low. We do need to be a minimum of 1,000 above anyway. So we're currently sitting at, with our altimeter setting, we're sitting almost at sea level. So, all right, taxi lights are on. We're heading over to runway 14. I was expecting to take off from 06, to be honest, but it is what it is. All right, let's get that reset. Lovely, and we will do our taxi. All right, parking brakes off. We're going to put our pidot on today, if our pidot wants to work. Okay, ready for departure.
Kilo Hotel Quebec Mike Traffic Piper November 181 Whiskey Lima taking off runway 24 departure to the west.
Looks like I've got assistance, assistance on the radio, so it keeps reverting back to that. So when I'm flying by myself, I usually don't. I usually just have the assistant working on the radio. But when I record, I try and do it myself. But I get into the game, and it's automatically resets it, despite the fact that I've turned it off. It automatically resets it to having the assistant do the radio calls for me. So, but that's okay. All right, everything is ready to go. Let's give this little beast a little bit of a run up there, and off we go. So we're going to fly out to this airport. If we don't have any luck in regards to being able to land or having any visual on the runway, then we are going to have to probably.
It's a beautiful time to fly.
It is not a beautiful time. Well, it is. It's always a beautiful time to fly. Okay, we should fly out here. Let's bring our gear up. We've got a positive rate there. Try and maintain the runway heading here, and once we're up at about 1,000 feet, we're going to bring our flaps up. Okay, gonna have to fly by instrument here. We may end up having to we may end up having to bring ourselves.
Seattle Center, Piper November 181 Whiskey Lima. Is type Piper Arrow 1
There we
miles
go.
west of Kilo Hotel, Quebec, Mike 600 feet.
We may have to bring ourselves. There we go. This is where you can lose orientation really quickly and easily if you're not careful. All right, we'll do a left-hand turn. We are actually tracking east, so
1322 Piper 1 Whiskey Lima.
I'm just going to keep climbing and see if we can actually get out of these clouds. We probably shouldn't be flying in these conditions, but we do have a little bit of visual of the ground anyway. So let's trim the aircraft down a little bit. Flaps are up. We're going to leave our landing lights on for today. We'll fly past the airport. The weather report didn't give me, there's the runway down there. The airport didn't actually give me the, didn't actually tell me how fogged in we were here, so it's a little bit of a concern, but we'll see how we go. Okay, I'm just going to drop this, prop down. We're going to go down to 4,000 on the revs, and we're just going to intercept our course. Doesn't look like we're going to get to climb out of it. We may have to continue climbing, I think, and see how we go. I can't see any breaks in the clouds or anything, so we're going to have to see how we go when we get to our destination. We'll just move in. I've got to keep my eye on the gauges, make sure that we are flying via the gauges. I'm going to bring my heading bug around as well to line up with our track. Just watching these steam gauges, making sure that I keep the aircraft relatively level and that everything else is working, which it is. Just line up with our GPS track. Bring our autopilot on and make sure that we have heading mode selected. And we'll throw in nav as well so that it can pick up the nav once we get to line up with our track. So just having a squeeze, and she's not picking up on our track. So we're going to have to take nav mode off and actually fly this with the autopilot. There we go. That'll be all right. Okay, still climbing. Want to trim the aircraft up a little. There we go. Not too much, Simi. Not too much. She really wants to go up there, doesn't she? All right, we'll intercept our track there. Climbing a little bit too hard. Why have you trimmed so much? I need to adjust the sensitivity of my trim wheel, I think. There we go. That should be okay. She's definitely a little bit sensitive. On the trim, as you can see. Still got no clearance. We've got some aircraft out there. I'm starting to see a break in the clouds now, so we're getting above the clouds, which is going to be really good. Currently passing through 4,400 feet. Going to bring us back on course as well. There we go, beautiful. Should be okay. Let's have a look at our EGT. There's our peak. Forward 10%. And we should be set. All right, we are above the clouds. That is awesome. Ah, it's so nice to be up here. It looks like it's only in that area that we need to worry about these clouds. So looks like a little bit of dark cloud over there. Flaps are okay. Everything's all right there. Just have to get out of this this muck and this mess here. So. What a beautiful day to fly. It's nice to be out in some clouds. Flying out in Africa in on air, we don't tend to get as many clouds and stuff. Not at the moment, anyway. Not during this season. So, interestingly enough, it's always good to get out and do some clouds. So what I was thinking of doing, guys, was I was thinking of doing like a community, not challenge, but community sort of flight plan where you guys can suggest in the comments a flight that you would like to see me do, and I can actually do that flight and record it. So keep that in mind. If there's a flight that you'd like to see me fly, let me know. And if I do that flight, I will record it, obviously. If I can't do that flight, or I check that flight out and it's not worth doing, then I'll most definitely let you guys know. But yeah, let me know if there's a particular flight somewhere in the world that you would like me to do. Let me know what you'd like to see me do, and I'll do a recording of it, and I'll put it up as a video. I also have to do a first look of this Piper. Definitely needs a first look, so. Ah, perfect. Sitting at 5,100 feet, drinking a cup of coffee. It's not too much turbulence around today, which is really, really good. I'm going to leave the pitot on for now, though. Everything is set. Everything's looking good. We're sitting at about 2,400 on the RPM, which is pretty well perfect for cruising in this. And we are 20 nautical miles away from our next waypoint. So I'm just going to move this microphone around a bit. Ah, lovely. I am really enjoying flying this, but what I'm thinking of doing in possibly not in NeoFly, although we'll see how we go. We may be able to do it in NeoFly as well, is having myself a group of aircraft, just a selection of aircraft that I can fly at any particular time. I'm thinking of doing it in on air as well, getting myself some other aircraft that I can pop in, so that we can sort of change everything up in regards to where we're flying, what aircraft we're actually flying. Because that would be really, really cool to be able to sort of change everything up a little bit. All right, let's have a look at what we've got here. Just going to pause that. We're coming through here, and we're going to enter the pattern for runway 01 here. I don't know whether we're going to end up landing on runway 19, but we'll see when we get up there how we go. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but once we get there, we will see. We're not too far away now. We're going to just adjust our course for runway 01, which will be down about there. So we'll come in. We'll directly enter the traffic pattern at 1,000 feet. I think the airport itself, which is 8 Whiskey Niner, is sitting at 149 feet, so we'll drop in at about 1,100 feet on the altimeter. It is still saying, the nearest wind is still saying, well, we don't have 330 at 9 knots, so we may actually end up having to do 190, so 330, no, we probably still end up 330 at 9 knots. We're probably going to still end up landing on runway 01. It's looking beautiful out there, isn't it? River's flowing. Not sure what river that is. What a lovely landscape. What a lovely landscape. We're going to go over to whatever that mountain is at some point in time. I'm sure of it. I am sure that we are going to do that. Absolutely positive, in fact. All right, I'm going to start reducing our altitude now. Just reduce the throttle. Bring ourselves down. We're getting relatively close. We do need to be at 1,000 by the time we reach there. Keep the aircraft running relatively slow. Load descent. Don't want to go too far. I'm going to turn the autopilot off and hand fly this. So it's always nice to hand fly, man. I know I say it every single time. I know I say it every single time, but I love this aircraft. Absolutely love it. Can't see the runway at this point in time. It is directly in front of us, so got some beautiful bush out there. Beautiful bush out there. So we'll enter for a left downwind. Got that river that runs through just over there, and we should be coming around and actually flying across that river. So lovely. Just going to keep our eye on the GPS. Do a left downwind at about 1,000 feet. We're dropping through 3,000 feet now, so we should be okay. We should enter this pattern at maybe a little bit too high, so we may need to do a long final, I think. Getting a little bit bumpy over these hills here, but nothing that we can't handle. Nothing that we can't handle. Don't want to be too low going over these hills, but I think we should be all right. We should be okay. All right. It is. If she was right, it is actually a beautiful day to fly, isn't it? Not necessarily back there where we came from, but where we're flying to, most definitely. Okay, I'm just going to bring the trim up a little bit now. I'm going to set the aircraft up, so I'm going to bring in some full mixture and some full prop on there. Okay, that might be our airport just there. All right, we're going to turn into a left traffic. We're almost at 1,000 feet. Just going to trim the aircraft up a little bit. Fly ourselves on a left traffic pattern. Almost at 1,000 feet. And bring a stage of flaps in now as well. Just get a little bit of balloon there. Bring some throttle in. And we'll fly a left downwind. Okay, beautiful. Always difficult to spot. Always difficult to spot, but we're at about 1,000 feet now, so I'm just going to trim the aircraft a little. And kind of get us set up as I'm coming through. We're going to get us set up for our landing. Bring in another stage of flaps. Bring our gear down. Give ourselves a little bit of trim, and we will do a base. Just bring a little bit of power in. Don't want to make it too uncomfortable for our passengers. That'd be Sky Ranch just over there, I would say. Yeah, that looks it there. Alright, lovely. I'm going to bring in an extra stage of flaps. It is it can be a relatively short runway. So we'll bring in our final stage of flaps. Bring our power down a little. Got some trees there that we need to concern ourselves with, but we should be okay. Landing lights are on. Pitot is still on. Okay, here we go. I was going to do a long final, but didn't really need to. There we go. Watch those trees on the right. Watch the trees on the right. Okay, nearly at 60 knots. Let's bring the aircraft nose up. And we'll try and keep her up as long as we can.
Nice landing, pilot.
There we go. Lovely. Very, very happy with that. Very, very happy with that.
Taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
Okay. Bring our flaps up. Bit of brake. Confirm our flaps are up, and bring the aircraft around. All right, I think that was nice landing into coming into Sky Ranch. That was lovely. I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it. It looks like at Sky Ranch here we've got some big buildings and stuff for a private airstrip. It's actually pretty cool. All right, lovely. Let's we'll leave our landing lights on for now. It's I find it quite amusing that they've got crew here. But we'll sort that out. There we go, lovely. All right, that's good. That is good. Definitely enjoying flying some of the smaller airstrips that we've got here. Yep, coming in, buddy, coming in. I'm going to chop you all up. They've got pushback and stuff at a Sky Ranch, at a tiny little airstrip. There we go, lovely. Let's throw our parking brake on. Let's throw our pitot off. Let's feather our prop. And we will strobes and navs off, landing lights off, kill the aircraft.
Transporter,
Disembarkation in progress. Stand by.
Disembarkation. And pitot off. We'll bring our ignition switch down. Avionics bus. And battery. Lovely, lovely. All right, quite happy with that. Quite happy with that. That was a nice little flight. Absolutely loved it. Passengers are leaving now, as you can see.
Okay, pilot. That's all the passengers off the plane.
Perfect.
Thank you. Over and out.
That's another job done, and we've got a whole pile of other jobs here that we can select. Going to some, we've got some cargo runs and some passenger runs. Haven't done a parachuting job yet. I've done a banner. I've done an advertising banner one. I've done that on stream, but we've got some passenger flights and stuff there, so we will do that next time, guys. I really hope that you've enjoyed this flight. I'm just loving it. I just love this. It's just so nice to get in and fly, and flying this little beast is absolutely awesome. So I will see you guys next time in the next episode of NeoFly. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it very much, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.